Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you the best build on Mastery Jungler right now for carrying after all of his changes. Long story short, he's much better for shredding now rather than just raw bursting with hella blades and lethality. So right now, you're gonna want to take Bork with Kraken with Rageblade, and it is a 71% win rate. For your runes, you're gonna want Lethal Tempo, Triumph Alacrity, Last Stand. For your secondaries, you're gonna want to take Eyeball Ravenous, and for your 3 rune stats, Attack Speed, AD, and Armor. Mastery plays best against non-heavy CC junglers. Things like Poppy, Elise, Shaco can be rather annoying. Playing against things like Lee Sin, on the other hand, or Lilia is just fine. Kindred is just fine. Mastery is probably the best carry jungler in the game right now if you are Iron through Platinum. His level 6 power spike is absolutely enormous, and his pick snowball potential in team fights is absurdly strong, in the same way a Darius is, because most people won't respect it. They'll be out of position, yada yada yada, they'll die, then you carry the game. Mastery, you're usually looking to do a full clear. You don't want to do a short clear unless you're going to be doing an invade on the enemy jungler, which is viable. You can take Flash, Ghost, or Ignite on Mastery. I would only recommend Ignite if you need it to solo the enemy jungler. Otherwise, there is no point. You can already solo them without it. Then Ignite's just holding you back, because Ignite, you lose so much mobility that you'd rather have Ghost for team fights. Plus, Ghost lower cooldown than Flash for ganking. Main junglers you'd want Ignite against are things like Warwick, Xin Zhao, and Olaf. Anything that's going to raw beat you 1 versus 1, and particularly has high healing. Bear in mind that once you have items on Mastery, there's really nothing that beats you 1 versus 1, where you're going to die on Masteries and team fights when you get hit by multiple AoE CCs. They have a Malzahar, so I can wait till he ults one on my team, or I can just buy a QSS. Get 2 points in your Q before you get a point in your W. Meditate is useless in your first clear because you should be full health or close to it. And all Meditate does for you is basically heal you, give you damage reduction while you're on it, and it's an auto attack resetter. On top of that, with the changes, it does refresh your double strike. That is only useful though if you hold it, because it doesn't do it instantly. Just something to keep in mind. We're gonna go ahead and do a full clear here. We could have pushed straight into Scuttle. It spawns in 3:15, so we'll be there a little bit late, but not too far behind the Lilia, even if she did like a perfectly timed clear, which I doubt. Alright, we gotta go top. There's some wonky stuff happening. Set gets the rundown on her. I'm gonna go ahead and burn my E and my Q here. Auto attack in the Q. Camille does have TP, that worries me. I don't want to do something top Camille TP and then I get 2 versus 1. Instead, we'll come up behind Malzahar. I'll ghost early here. We'll get into auto attacks. We Q after we can no longer reach him with our auto attacks. Always lead in with autos with your E first. Don't lead him with Q. You need your Q once they flash away. Super important. I think 𝗕𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒's trying to bait here. I might actually lose Scuttle now because I stopped doing it. Nice thing about the changes is your E and your R become paused whenever you're in the middle of your Q, so your Q no longer drains your E or your R out, which is awesome, because that was a huge issue before, that you'd have to think about, oh, do I want a Q right now? I'm timing out my E and my R, and a lot of times you wouldn't Q unless you're specifically using it because you can no longer reach them with your autos, or because what's the word I'm looking for here? You can't reach them with your autos, or because you're using it to dodge a skill shot. So against their team, I'd use it to dodge Camille R, potentially Camille Dash, Camille Cone, Lilia Bowling Ball, Caitlyn Q, Caitlyn Nat, Caitlyn Traps, Senna Snare. Those are the main ones. Potentially Malzahar Silence as well. If you're really fed on you can go ahead and rush Berserker Greaves. It's a really good first item rush if you're ahead. If not, just go straight for your Bork, and that'll be fine too. Berserker Greaves are only good if you're ahead and you can solo the enemy jungler. And they do still help your clear because the attack speed. They're mainly for the ganks though, just being faster. No one's gonna have even tier 1 boots yet. Need this Nautilus hook. Nice. Walk up behind her. We can no longer reach her with our auto, so we Q. Get off the double strike. Gonna go ahead and meditate because I'm getting eaten alive right here. That was alright though. Lily doesn't have items yet. She can't do anything too meaningful. IQ to dodge that. I want to shove this in. I'm also leeching XP right now. God, this Lily is actually shredding. I guess she has spent her items. I didn't realize that. She greeted the... I had no idea. This is why you're always supposed to press tab before fights. I literally thought she just stayed on the map and kept clearing, but apparently she'd reset. Your W heals you more the lower on health you are. We'll go ahead and pop a meditate, pop a potion. We want to get back as much health as possible here. Red buff's about to come up. If my R was up, I'd go bush camp the Lilia. We might have trouble actually finishing her right now. She does have tier 2 boots, so she's not going to be easy to walk down and just auto attack. Camille no boots, Malzahar no boots, enemy bot lane no boots. We could gank them pretty easily. Red buff's up in 10. If I could leech some XP, I could get level 6. Malz is already level 6. Top and mid almost always hit level 6 before jungle, even if you're leeching XP. We've had successful ganks. We've leached XP after at least the bot lane gank, and it's just not enough to hit level 6 first. Lily is not going to be over here, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to my smite. I don't know if I can really help her. We'll see. When I say her, I mean 𝗕𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒. If I can get the scuttle, I get 6. You're dead. She's so lucky my auto got canceled there. It's fine. She's almost dead. My ghost is up now. We can deal with her. I want to get this and then kill her on her blue buff. I also have a bot lane gank option. Malzahar was low mana is the only reason why I did that. If Malzahar was like full mana, I definitely would not have done that. I'm going to go check blue real quick. Enemy bot lane still seems pretty absent. Actually, she's not on our blue. This is free then. I'm going to go really freaking early. Cute a little on the early side there. I anticipated rather than reacted to the Senna snare, which was a pretty big mistake, and that's why they ended up getting away. You got to be willing to react on mastery. If you anticipate, if they just hold on to their ability, you're not going to get anything. I think we just grab Krugs here and reset. So if you have a bad computer or bad internet, your mastery is going to be a little bit hindered. Almost every hard CC in the game you can react to. Even Annie-Q, it's point and click, it has travel time. Fiddle Fear technically has travel time. It's just hard to react to because there is a delay to Mastery's Alpha Strike. Technically, it's just a very short delay. Pick up a pickaxe, grab control word, head back out onto the map. Almost had the Senna. Makes me sad. She has tier 2 boots. Looking for our next gank. Camille's playing pretty far up with no boots. Will be way faster. We see Lilia's bot side. That means her red buff's up. She only has her blue buff. We'll go straight for top lane gank. We'll play for her Krugs, fight her on maybe her red buff with our R. Yeah, she's going to be respawned in 16. Base movement speed from death. Bonus base movement speed, obviously. Oh. Kind of just got away off of that one. Alright, she didn't come to ward this area. I had my sweeper on. I think all we do here is just take Krugs and then eat her. We got our control word down over the wall. We need to let these minions pass over, and then we'll go kill her. The minions are here right now. Oh, she saw me. I don't know why she walked that way. She's not going to do anything about it. She can't. She's going to need Malzahar to come. I didn't see what his HP was. He might have just died. I'm not crazy about this situation. I don't mind smiting it though. Oh, yuck. She got it from me. That makes me sad. Very sad. Malzahar has mid prio too, so I can't really stay for Scuttle. Plus it looks like Set's backing. So unfortunate. Probably solo Camille. And my smite was off by 20-30 damage there. Thought my double strike would be enough to chop it up. Not quite. I don't think I can solo Camille right now without my red smite. With red smite, I think we can do it. She doesn't have ignite. She doesn't have full item. We're about equal gold spent right now. We're gonna have to hold on to Q. Try to walk her down. She's dead. She actually played that decent. She had some minions doing good damage against me. We see Lilia's bot side, so what we want to do is try to stay here. We'll heal back up with a meditate and potion. She goes for dragon, we get Herald, plus we got a gank out of it. They know we're on this, so I'll be careful. I kind of know where everything is on the map. Malzahar mid, 2 for the bot, Lilia over there, 𝗕𝘂𝐴 dead. All we have to watch for is the Malzahar walking over here, which is going to be hard since he's under turret, or potential 𝗕𝘂𝐴 TP. I don't see that coming though. So we should be fine. This enemy scuttle vision gave this away. Like we just talked about. They can't really stop me. First Herald's more important than first dragon is too. You never trade first dragon for first Herald because now I get to take first turret. I just need it down to 2 plates and a sliver. I don't want to lay it from there. I guess I'll just go lay it top. 𝗕𝘂𝐴's lower. And yeah, Herald scrapes 2 plates and a sliver, so it'll bang this, and I just gotta come up behind her. She realizes that though. She's running. I'll go ahead and pull this into the bush. She's gonna have to lay her ward in it if she wants to see. Set gets first turret gold, and if they stay mid, I get to lay my Herald, and they'll lose a lot of prio. They can't stay in base trade against Herald. Dodged it. You're all gonna die for this. Yep, we got the ghost resets, we got the R resets. We'll meditate, drop Herald. That should be game right there. There's no coming back. As long as you don't die on Yi, if you hit level 6 without dying, you just win the game. The only way you lose is if you don't have a frontline champion on your team. If you're forced to be the tank on Yi, then the game could get pretty rough. Because you need your teammates to soak the CC in as much damage as possible, and then you come in, chainsaw everything up, pick up Bork, and we'll get our Rageblade next. I'm sorry, not Rageblade, but Kraken Slayer. Got excited there. Rageblade is much better if you're looking at the numbers in terms of win rate and pick rate. Rageblade is much better generally as a 3rd or 4th item on Master Yi instead of a 2nd. It doesn't give you any amount of tankiness. And with how it converts crit, it's more of a scaling item rather than a raw buy it and win the game item. These guys are low. Only 1 full item Kate, no full item Senna. My R is up. We're on her down again the autos. I queued early. Very, very early. I needed to wait. I keep trying to anticipate the skill shot, which is pointless. I can't chase her down apparently. She's faster than I am. That's really tragic. I thought Caitlyn was gonna net early. These people are holding on to their escapes and skill shots forever. When that happens, you gotta just be patient. If they're gonna hold on to it, you just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. If she nets away, just hover your cursor over where she is and slightly like where she's gonna be, and then you can just Q her in midair. Even if the net hits you, your Q will stick on her. You'll just be slightly slowed when you come out of your Q. Malzahar got caught in a turret there. Probably not worth for him. He burned his R for that too. This must have been warded. You really want to do this, Lilia? Oh my god, look at that damage. She absolutely disappeared. Very squishy. I think her red's up. We're gonna get a lot out of this. Malzahar can't do much here. Enemy bot lane is actually doing pretty well for how much I've ganked them. They're doing decent. Nautilus is pretty tanky. It's gonna be hard for the double 80 bot lane to chew through his armor build. We'll wait up here in a forward bush, wait for someone to walk into us. You always want to get into melee on Master Yi without having to use your Q first. Use your Q, dodge skill shots, or when you can no longer reach them with your autos, it's best to use it. Oh my god, someone hit that plant. I queued early because I want to get my resets. Queued early, thought Malzahar was going to ult me there. Boom. Her damage is so high right now. We could ghost for Caitlyn. She's probably going to go for turret. Yep. She just waited and waited and waited, so I kept auto attacking her. I accidentally ended up walking kind of into her trap. That's what happens though. If they're just going to wait forever and wait for you to use your Q, you can just stand there and auto them down. You have the pressure on them with your autos and it forces them to react. Mastery's ganks pre-6 are just basically bad Xin Zhao ganks because you don't have CC. Mastery has 0 slows in his kit. Xin Zhao has 2 slows in his kit, one on his dash, one on his stab. And Xin Zhao also has a knock-up, so... That is the only thing that balances Mastery for any of you who are like, oh, Mastery is so OP. Why don't they nerf Yi? It's really because his pre-6 is objectively bad compared to other junglers. And your pre-6 is one of the most important things of a champion when you're playing D2 and up. Anything like Iron through D3, it just doesn't matter that much in most regions. Because there's just so many mistakes that are happening that if you're not making mistakes and you're patient, you'll get a pick eventually and you win the game. It's kind of all we're doing this game. We haven't even played that well. Now granted, I call it out. Whenever I make a mistake, I try to call it out, especially if I notice it. With that being said, you can still make mistakes and win as long as the mistakes aren't getting you killed. We haven't made a mistake yet to get ourselves killed. We've just made mistakes where we're queuing too early, trying to predict rather than react to like a Senna snare or a Caitlyn net. We'll go ahead, take second Herald, end this game early. There's no reason to drag it out on you. They'll probably just end up surrendering here next fight. They don't have the right champion to deal with Yi. To deal with Yi, you want lots of hourglasses. Things like Fiddlesticks can be really annoying. Elise can be really annoying because she can force out his Q early with her cocoon and then just hourglass it. Or she can rappel into the air and just completely time you out. It's super frustrating. Echo's very frustrating for Yi. Things that you basically just can't kill and get resets off your R, because obviously kill and assist on your R gives you resets. This is about to be a double if they stayed. Might just reset. I think they left. We can get our Kraken, then we'll get our Rageblade. If you find yourself... Oh wow, I actually stayed with a greedy butthole. If you find yourself dying too much, you need to really focus on who has what items, who has what keystones. This is some of the most important info in the game before you go into fights. Just know that Conquer, Lethal Tempo are the best 2 keystones in the game for fighting to the death, full HP. And obviously you're mainly looking at who has more items. So if you have 2 full items, they have 1 full item, odds are you'll win the fight. Or if you're like level 10 to level 6, I don't know how you're going to lose that. If they're level 12 and you're level 9, you might not want to do that. 2 levels in League is a big deal. It's usually indicative of they have more gold as well. Usually if someone's a higher level, they'll have more gold and obviously be tougher to fight. I don't like this fight because I don't see where anyone else is. Malzahar, someone could just walk up and bonk me. I don't have a QSS and Senna's very fast to where it'll take me a while to run her down there. Showing myself there was kind of pointless. I was thinking about it, I just didn't see anyone else on the map. It felt bad. I don't want to say Senna's a counter to Mastery, but her ability where she turns herself and her teammates into sped up invisible ghosts is very frustrating because you have to be super close to be able to Q them. It won't even give you vision of them unless you're right on top. So it delays your engage, which gives their teammates time to counterplay off that. Red buff's coming up. It's yellow, it's 10 seconds. Could definitely force a Baron here. Would rather get a pick first. Oh, she's so doomed. Rip Nautilus Q. We gotta give Jin red since he started it. It'd be rude to take it. Herald is up. We could lay it mid. I'd like to get at least a turret with it. Oh, they're all under. I don't like it. Malzar's bot. This is kind of doable. We can 5 versus 4 under the turret. Nautilus tanks. I go in with Ghost in my R and kill everyone. Oh, get off me. Okay, it's time. Ghost R. I keep kind of early. It is what it is. Got him with the Q. Oh, we died. That sucks. But it turned out in the end. Once again, you can dodge turret shots with your Q, minimize damage with your W. Your Q is a decent auto attack resetter. You generally don't want to use your Q until you can no longer reach them with your auto attacks, though. I hope you guys enjoyed this updated Mastery Jungle Guide on his current best build here in Season 12. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingstixbusiness. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at damage to enemy champions, we did have most in the game. You like to see that when you're playing a carry. For damage taken, we had taken nearly the most in the game. That's pretty decent. It means we were front lining a lot. We weren't letting our teammates tank much, or you could say our teammates weren't tanking much. Just the way the fights were playing out. For runes, lethal tempo was completely maxed out for 46 seconds. That is a long time on a Master Yi. All you need is like 10 seconds to kill the whole enemy team, just about. And we'd only maxed it out one time. That is bizarre. I don't know if these numbers are correct, or maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I'm pretty sure I am reading it right. So we had a total maxed out time of 46 seconds. It was only maxed out one time. Total health restored 759 through 20 bonus gold off a Triumph. Alacrity finished at 12-minute mark. It's okay. I like to get usually around 9 to 10. The game was a little slow start for us. Last stand, total bonus damage of 228. Maxed out Eyeball, maxed out Ravenous, gives 3000 healing. All in all, once again, Mastery, the best jungle carry right now for Iron through Platinum. Just don't play him with Rageblades right now in lethality. Instead, just play him full shred, Bork Rush, lethal tempo, and it'll be good to go.